Do you have the courage to taste what many consider to be the most disgusting food on the planet? We're embarking on a journey to the far edges of world cuisine. On this trip, we'll encounter unusual, surprising, and sometimes stomach-turning flavors. These dishes are culinary treasures, hidden in the depths of cultures, shaped by traditions and survival instincts. This journey will challenge your taste buds, test your stomach's endurance, and maybe even change all your thoughts about food. Our first stop is in Sardinia, where we meet Casu Marzu, produced on this beautiful Italian island. This cheese is famous not just for its taste, but for its living guests. Casu Marzu is a traditional cheese made from sheep's milk, but what makes this cheese special is the thousands of tiny maggots living inside it. These maggots aid in the cheese's fermentation and give it its unique flavor. The cheese is known for its sharp smell and creamy texture. Those who eat it describe the sensation of tiny maggots bursting in their mouth. This experience excites gourmets while turning most people's stomachs. The production and sale of Casu Marzu are banned in many countries, but in Sardinia, this cheese is a source of cultural pride. Our journey takes us to China, where we encounter a beverage that's not for the faint of heart: baby mouse wine. This unusual concoction is exactly what it sounds like: a rice wine infused with baby mice. The process is as shocking as the product itself. Newborn mice, no more than 3 days old, are dropped alive into rice wine and left to ferment for up to a year. The resulting liquid is said to have a raw, gasoline-like taste with notes of rotting animals. Despite its repulsive nature to most, some believe this wine has medicinal properties, claiming it can cure everything from asthma to liver disease. Next, we're heading to Japan to taste a delicacy that gives new meaning to the phrase seafood special. Shirako, which poetically translates to white children, is the sperm sacs of male cod pufferfish or anglerfish. These delicate milk-white lobes are prized for their creamy texture and subtle flavor. Shirako can be served raw, steamed, or fried tempura style. The taste is described as sweet and custardy with a hint of the sea. While the idea of eating fish reproductive organs might turn some stomachs in Japan, Shirako is considered a delicacy. It's particularly popular during winter months and is believed to have stamina-boosting properties. Now we're turning our course to Southeast Asia. Balut, popular in the Philippines, is a street food as shocking in taste as it is in appearance. Balut is a boiled egg containing a developing duck embryo. These eggs, usually 14 to 21 days old, contain a chick with feathers, beak, and sometimes even small bones starting to form. The way it's eaten is just as interesting. The top of the egg is cracked open, the liquid inside is drunk, and then the embryo is eaten whole. The taste is described as a mix of chicken broth and soft cartilage. Balut is popular due to its high protein content and supposed aphrodisiac properties. However, its appearance and the idea of it disturbs most people. We arrive at the icy shores of Iceland. Here we're greeted by Hakarl, or fermented shark meat. This food is a modern continuation of a tradition from Viking times. Hakarl is made from Greenland shark. Since this shark species is toxic when fresh, Icelanders developed a special method to make it edible. The shark meat is first placed indoors and left to ferment for months. It is then removed and dried for weeks. This process removes the poison from the meat, but leaves behind a very strong odor and taste. The smell of Hakarl is so sharp that most people struggle even to approach it. Its taste is described as a mix of ammonia and fish. First-time tasters usually struggle with their gag reflex. This food is a symbol of the struggle for survival in Iceland's harsh conditions. Today, it's a source of national pride and a courage test for tourists. We are in Japan again, and this time we meet the most dangerous food in the world, fugu, or pufferfish. Fugu can be deadly due to the powerful neurotoxin it contains. It can only be prepared by specially trained and licensed chefs. The slightest mistake can paralyze or even kill the eater. After carefully removing the toxic parts of the fish, the meat is served as sashimi in thin slices. According to some gourmets, the taste of fugu is mild and delicious, but for most people, the real attraction is the thrill of dancing with death. Eating fugu is like playing Russian roulette. Each bite could be your last breath, or not. This danger makes it one of the most exciting and expensive delicacies in Japanese cuisine. Our last stop is the coffee plantations of Indonesia. Here, the world's most expensive and strangest coffee is produced, Kopi Luwak. What's special about this coffee is that it passes through an animal's digestive system during production. The Asian palm civet eats ripe coffee cherries. These beans undergo a special fermentation in the animal's digestive system and are excreted with the feces. Workers collect these droppings and pick out the coffee beans. The beans are washed, dried, and then roasted before being ground. The result? An incredibly smooth, low-acid coffee with a caramel taste. The price of Kopi Luwak is 20-30 times that of regular coffee. Those who know its taste say it's worth the price. However, there are ethical concerns. Due to increasing demand, some farms keep civets in cages and force-feed them. This has drawn the ire of animal rights activists. Throughout this journey, we've seen the world's strangest and most controversial foods. These dishes are disgusting to some, a feast of flavors to others. These experiences show us that food is not just nutrition, but also an expression of culture, history, and identity. What one society considers normal can be strange to another. What about you? Which of these foods would you like to try? Or maybe none of them? Remember, you don't have to eat everything to be a true gourmet, but being open to different cultures and flavors might be the most delicious way to understand the world. The next time you eat, think about how what's on your plate got there. Who knows? Maybe there's a hidden treasure in your own cuisine.